How's it going? So today I wanted to talk about what I believe in. I don't particularly believe in God, or I don't practice a certain religion. I aren't religious in any way, shape or form. I was when I was a child, but that was only because I went to a church school, a Church of England school, and so I was taught all about God, and we used to go to the church with the school, and the vicar used to come like every week to have an assembly and stuff, so I kind of had Christianity like forced upon me, but the only reason I actually went to that school was probably because it was one of the better ones in the area. But they weren't all just like Christian this, Christian that, because schools in England, they have to actually have a minority of people from different ethnic backgrounds. So obviously they would have been like Muslims, Hindus in there too. I don't know about Sikhs. It just depends on obviously who lived in the area. So yeah, I obviously left primary school when I was 11, and I can probably tell you when I was 11, I probably started questioning, or was already questioning, like the existence of a God, and like religion, because I obviously started questioning why did people die. I'd already lost one of my grandparents, so obviously, and I was obviously thinking, why do bad things happen to good people? The usual things that make people question the existence of a God, but like I obviously just didn't follow any religion, and I still don't to this day. Today I feel quite strongly about religion though. Not people who follow religion, and not a religion like as its bare essentials, but like more like what people do and use religion for, I don't agree with at all. For example, like ISIS and stuff, but I'm not going to get into that. This is about what I actually believe in, and I kind of feel like I'm a bit more spiritual, maybe. Yeah, I've always liked the idea of Buddhism, but I am not a calm and relaxed person. I've tried meditating. I used to meditate daily, and try the whole mindfulness thing, but due to my mental health deteriorating, that kind of stopped happening. Even though people would probably say that doing meditation and like yoga and Tai Chi is probably really good for the mental health, but it's just trying to actually get the motivation to actually do it. And I know that's ridiculous. Why would you need motivation to sit there and breathe? But it's really hard to actually clear your mind. I used to do it daily because I actually got told to do it by a counsellor, and I actually did start feeling a lot more positive. I do believe that there's something in like being one with like nature and connection to the earth. When I moved to Driffield, where I am at the moment, I actually still friends with a guy who's a witch, a pagan witch, and there's actually quite a lot of people in Driffield who are witches, and it's not all like, oh my god, they're casting spells and it's all dark magic and they're going to curse people and eat my children. It's really not that. They're actually really nice people, and it's all about being connected with nature and the elements, and it's all about like pagan festivals, you know, like we've just had Easter, so they would have, I don't actually know what the pagan festival really is. It's like new life. That's why we have the eggs. No offense to Christians, but the eggs have got nothing to do with Christianity. It's about new life being reborn. Therefore, the resurrection of Jesus Christ fits into what Easter is about. But obviously, Easter's on a different day every year, and if it was true Christian holiday about the resurrection, surely it would be on the same day every year, just like the birth of Jesus Christ, Christmas, even though it's another pagan festival. I'm not going to start slagging off Christianity or anything, but because the vast majority of new religions out there kind of do share holidays with a lot of pagan beliefs, just because it kind of fitted into it. And you never know, there might be some truth into that whole thing, and that might be why we have them today. But I honestly don't believe or don't follow anything. I guess I class myself as an agnostic, and if you don't know what that means, it's simply someone who is unsure about the existence of a god or gods or this divine power. I kind of feel like, I don't know, I just don't think it makes sense. But then I believe in aliens, so I actually think aliens make more sense than having this creator. But then you would argue, where did the universe come from? And that's a completely different discussion. I would not know where the universe came from. It came from the Big Bang. The Big Bang and God can both exist. So you can't really say that one can't exist with the other. But yeah, I do believe in like nature though, and I believe in the power of like the universe around us, and I believe we are all connected, and I do kind of believe in reincarnation, but it's more along the lines that energy is never destroyed, and we're full of energy, and when we die, that energy has to go somewhere. So I kind of believe that energy would come out of us and travel to the nearest like point of energy, which could depend where we die. To be fair, if we die in the street, it could easily be transmitted into another person, or flowers. It depends, like where you are at the time. For example, if you died in a hospital and the next person to like walk past, or the nearest person is like a pregnant woman or a baby, then you could say that you have been reincarnated into that child, because your energy has been transmitted into it, and that's what I believe in. I just don't think anything is ever like destroyed. Nothing ever really disappears. We are still, the people who died thousands, millions of years ago are still on this planet because their remains, they may have degraded, but they're still part of the earth, and their energy will still be somewhere because, like I said, energy can never be destroyed. And yeah, I said I believe in aliens. I just feel like how vast this universe is, I can't sit down and just say we are the only living things in it. It just doesn't make any sense. Why would there be such a vast universe out there if we were the only things in it? And yeah, then you could argue with me saying, well, that's God, because God created us and Earth for us to live. But it's like when you look at Mars, there are signs that things could have possibly lived there, and there are actually signs that there may be things living there now, but under the ground. They're like mineral deposits and stuff, and I find it completely fascinating. It's so interesting, even though my parents, though, they like to watch Ancient Aliens, and I can't stand that program. It is so annoying. But apparently I'm an alien because of my blood group, which is rhesus O negative, and according to Ancient Aliens, that means I'm an alien. But whatever. It's simply because it's rather rare, and we can give blood to anybody, but we only can receive blood from our own blood type, which kind of sucks. But luckily, when a woman is pregnant and they either have a baby who has this rhesus O negative blood group, or the woman's body actually starts to fight against the baby because their blood obviously can't be in the woman's system. So usually when a mother has rhesus O negative blood, the children will as well. And there are four children in my family, and none of us, she had no problems in the pregnancies of any of us, so that clearly must mean that we are all rhesus O negative. So that's quite reassuring that if one of us ever needs a blood transfusion, we may be able to get it from the other. So that's quite good, and that's usually the case. But yeah, it's supposed to be like, I think it's also supposed to be like Jesus's blood group, and whatever. How can they know that? They're just making things up. It's simply because it's a rare blood group, and we can obviously give blood to everyone. So it's like, they call it like pure bloods and stuff, and I just think that's ridiculous, because I also think if it was pure and stuff, and if I had this amazing blood, then surely I would not have such a weak immune system and be ill all the time. I surely would just, be super healthy, because I have this amazing blood group. But yeah. So yeah, I believe in spirituality. I believe in reincarnation and aliens. I sound like such oh god, I just sound like a complete hippie. No offense to hippies, but I do, don't I? I sound like, oh yes, peace and love and nature and all that, but it's true. And I'm a vegetarian. So, yeah, even though I have been thinking about being vegan, but I don't know, it's quite difficult. I'd have to look really into the vegan diet, because I have health problems and I need to be careful so I don't get ill, because my immune system is terrible, and at the moment I haven't been eating properly for the past few months, which hasn't helped, but I am actually eating better. I'm trying to have 3 meals a day, 3 proper meals a day, and it's going well. I'm taking vitamins, which I actually haven't. I'll show you this little thing. I got this from Holland & Barrett's. This is no promo. It's a vitamin D spray. It tastes like weird minty flavour, but you spray that a day, and it gives you quite a lot of vitamin D, but only once. Because funny fact, my mum was taking that, but also taking vitamin tablets and stuff, and she actually overdosed on vitamin D and got really ill. So yeah, don't overdose on vitamin D. I'm an alien, and love the nature around you. Don't eat meat. I don't know. You can eat meat, obviously, but rather just eat the meat we farm. Don't eat animals that are going extinct, don't hunt. What's the point in hunting when we can just buy the meat from supermarkets, unless you live in the middle of nowhere? It's obvious. I just don't understand why you would, but that's it. That is what I believe in. I really would like to know what you guys believe in. I find it fascinating. I don't want to get in arguments with anyone because I don't dismiss religion at all. Because I can't deny it. I can't tell you, say there's no God. I may not agree with some religious teachings and what it is today. I may not agree with what people have turned religion into, but doesn't mean that I disagree with religion at all, because I can't. I just can't, because there's no proof out there telling me that God doesn't exist, and then, it's like there's no proof out there telling me that aliens don't exist. Anyway, this video has gone on long enough now, I think. Long one, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. But yeah, tell me what you guys believe in. I really want to get to know you, to know the people who actually watch my videos and subscribe. And also, this is all about who I am, and what would you like to know about me? What videos could I do to inform you more about my life? I don't have a very interesting life, but obviously if you had videos like this, what I believe in, who I actually am in the inside, and not what I do in everyday life, which is minimal amount of things actually. But yeah, I would love to hear from you guys. So thanks for watching. This week I'm trying to do a few more videos because I have a week off, and I also want to try doing more videos anyway. So you may see 2 videos a week, maybe even 3, depending on how busy I am in the week. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you later. Bye. On a fault line late night, underneath the stars we came alive, and singing to the sky just felt right.